Hello again, everybody. So, I don't have too much time to talk left, but I do have enough time to float this idea or just talk about this. Now, given switching over from 25 to 26, it wasn't that celebratory. But what I do know is that Fuentes talking about a MAGA rebellion and essentially Gen Z voting in Democrats. Not that I particularly care too much, I don't. But I don't think we're going to escape 2026 without something big happening. Okay? I really don't think we get through this year without another major incident of some kind. Now, given we're all mostly desensitized to large events, just because, how many once in a lifetimes have we lived through already? But what I do know is you've got a split within the right. You've got people talking about a tax protest. Okay. I'm not saying anything about it. I'm not gonna say they're invalid. There's definitely valid reasons behind it. You got rumors about the big guy drawing up a list of opponents. I don't know exactly where that came from, but I know I've been hearing it through the channels. You've got 31% of corporations doing layoffs and firings before Christmas. You've got numbers starting to dip into the red when it comes to earnings. You've got a very heavily inflated AI bubble that it's a national security interest, so I kind of doubt it will burst unless something really dramatic happens. You've got people who are, at this point, they made the rationalization, and again, I'm not saying this is wrong, that if they're never going to be able to afford a house, what the hell is the point of maintaining a solid credit score? You've got people going out there, taking out loans, and not paying a single dime back. You've got people not paying their bills just out of protest. Some out of protest. Some for the obvious reasons you'd expect. And then other people are just in the position where they just can't afford it anymore. It's going to be an interesting year. Not necessarily a good or bad year, but it's going to be interesting. And I really cannot foresee us getting through this year without something big happening. Now, given this is just feelings, but hell, I could feel a recession. I could feel recessions in the air. Legitimately. Like 2018, the real economy was dipping into recession. The repo crisis was firing up. And conveniently, an event happens that justifies the mass creation of money. The debt system itself, if the wider economy doesn't all just, slow grind to a halt, the debt system itself might just implode on itself. It is a thing. How the hell do you support higher prices? Well, the only way that you can have higher prices is if people keep borrowing for shit they can't afford. But the only counter pressure is that there's the expectation that people will pay it back. If people stop paying back their debts, I mean, this is the thing. This is essentially what I was getting to with the Be Irresponsible video and part 2. That if enough people just throw in the towel and say fuck it, landlords will have to charge rents that people can actually afford. Companies will actually have to charge prices that people can actually afford. If enough people say fuck this shit, the whole house of cards will start coming down and imploding. And there's only so much federal guarantees that the government can put out there. They've backed housing. That's a problem. They've backed college debt. That's a problem. They've backed all of these pockets that are weak with sovereign guarantees. They can't afford to pay it all. They can't. But they also can't afford to let the market implode. So we're coming to that apex of tension. I honestly think it's going to be this year. That apex of tension is we're either going to reach it, and there's going to be adjustments made and the overall economic situations depressurize, or nice, even, slow release, or they're just going to explode. And that might be the end of the economy as we know it. Legitimately. Because the problems that the real economy has today most people point towards 2008, and it's just like 2008 was just showing the consequences of the problem. These problems go back to the early 2000s, mid to late 90s. And essentially all of the problems that the United States has had since the 70s have just been papered over. It's just been papered over. But the problem is you can only paper things over for so long until you have to put actual value behind it or eat the consequential shit sandwich. But I'll leave it there. Tell me what you're seeing in the comments. Tell me what you're seeing. Tell me how you feel about how the economy's going for you. All right, I'll see you guys next time.